Welcome everyone to Austin and the 2023 NCAA Division I Outdoor Track and Field Preview Press Conference. We're going to start off with a few of the select men competing this weekend. 3 of the 4 we've got up here right now, so we'll go ahead and introduce Nicholas Alekna from California, Kyle Garland from Georgia, and Sondre Guttormson from Princeton. We'll start things off with letting them make a few brief comments to kick it off and talk to us a little bit about their season and how they're feeling coming into the championship. Why don't you start it off, Nicholas?
Yeah, so this season for me is very good so far. I can't wait to compete here in Austin and hopefully win the championship title.
Excited to be out here again at the NCAA championships. You know, it's always a fun meet, and especially to be a little bit of change of scenery out here in Austin, Texas. So I'm excited for that. Season's been going very well so far, and excited to end it out with a bang in my last NCAA championship as a collegiate.
Yeah, I think they both said what I feel too. I'm very happy to be here in Austin, and I've had a lot of really good competitions here before, so I feel like I already have a good vibe going into this meet, and I'm excited to hopefully end my Princeton career on a high note.
We can go ahead and open it up to questions right now. If you have a question, raise your hand. We'll get a mic to you. For those of you on the online following virtually, just hit us up in the chat, and we'll go to those questions if we have time for them. Go ahead in the middle, Stan.
Hi, I'm Stan Beckton. My question's for you, Sondre. You just mentioned you had a lot of good performances here. When you were here at the end of April, Texas Invitational, you vaulted 5.9 meters, 5th best all time. Do you think coming back here, that collegiate record is in reach?
Absolutely, and I really, really wanted to get it that meet in April, and I had some really good shots at it at 6:01. And after the meet, I was pretty much like, well, I'm going back in a little over a month, and there's no better time to do it than tomorrow. So yeah, absolutely.
Raise your hand if you have a question. Over here on the left.
For all 3, Sondre, you kind of touched on the collegiate record earlier, but all 3 of you guys have collegiate records. Is that a focus? Do you think that's in reach this weekend?
I guess I can start it off. You know, coming into a championship meet, you know, the thought of always coming in and potentially breaking a collegiate record is also something that's super exciting. But for me, I mean, it's just going out and executing. That's always the main goal that Coach and I always talk about, is just going out and executing. And if I'm able to go out and execute over these next 2 days, Wednesday and Thursday, I think something special is going to happen.
Yeah, so my main goal for this competition is just to win the title. I don't really think about setting another record, but if I feel good and everything's going to be fine, I think it's possible, and I can set another discus record.
Yeah, and I feel pretty much the same way. I think it's a championship, and in the championship, it's the place is kind of what you focus on first, and whatever result I have to do to win is my main goal. And then if everything is in place to make a collegiate record, then obviously that's kind of just a bonus. But I think I might need to get really, really close to a collegiate record in order to win this, which I'm very excited about because it always pushes me to jump higher, and that's kind of what happened in Albuquerque as well. And yeah, I think it's good to have someone pushing you.
We have Jaden Hibbert joining us on the end there. Jaden, why don't you start off by letting us know how talk a little bit about the season and how you're feeling coming into this meet.
Season has been good so far. I'm really proud of myself for my accomplishments so far. It has been rough at the preliminary stage of adjusting from high school into college, especially as an 18-year-old, but the help of my coach, the physios, and the Arkansas team at large, I came out with a victory at every track meet, every championship, and I'm just really proud, and I'm feeling good coming into this meet. I just had practice, literally just came out the pit. I had to rush here, but overall, I'm feeling good.
Thanks, Jaden. Go ahead and raise your hand if you have a question, and we'll get a mic to you.
Straight from the pit, eh?
Hey, so this question's for you, Kyle. So back at Mount Sac Relays, you didn't finish that meet. How have you been able to learn lessons from that, and how is that going to help you here at this championship meet?
I probably would have to say the biggest lesson that I take away from that is, you just got to kind of let, bad stuff out the window. I mean, and as a multi-eventer, there's going to be a lot of ups and downs throughout the competition. Not everything's going to go perfectly the way you want it to all the time, and kind of just have to have like some tough skin and be able to just keep moving on regardless of what happens, good or bad. I mean, I can go out and set a crazy personal best in the first event, but I still have to remember that it's a 10-event competition rather than just a 1-event competition, and same thing as vice versa. I could go out and completely bomb one of my events that I'm super, super confident in, but I got to still go out there and finish the competition regardless of what happens, good or bad.
Over here on the left.
For Jaden, Jamaica's obviously very well known in the sprints. How does it feel to put them on the map in the jumps, and does that motivate you going forward in the sport?
Yes, it does motivate me because Jamaica is, of course, known for their great works in the sprints, and usually the jumps is highly neglected. So my goal as an 18-year-old was to inspire younger generations of athletes to not just stick to the sprints. There's, other events there where you can excel in, and my story is a testimony for that too. So being almost the Jamaican national record holder is crazy, especially I just turned 18 like 3 months ago. But overall, I'm feeling blessed and truly favored to be the one to put the jumps on the map for Jamaica.
Anyone else have a question?
This question's for you, Nicholas. So last year, of course, you finished second. Do you have extra motivation at this meet, and do you have a chip on your shoulder?
Yeah, last year was I lost by 2 centimeters. It was my first year with a 2-kilogram discus, so I felt more pressure last year, I would say. This year, I'm more experienced, learned some lessons, so I think it should be different this year, and I feel more confident. We have other strong competitors, but I think it's possible. Yeah, I think I can win this year.
Any other follow-ups?
For Kyle. Kyle, at the indoor championships, your dad had a pretty awesome T-shirt. I was just wondering, what's his fashion going to look like for this weekend, if you know?
We have a very, very special T-shirt, in the works for, like I had said, my last NCAA championship meet. So I'm not going to give any little spoilers now, but there's a nice shirt that you'll want to look out for this meet.